Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day three. Day three here on Snowdrop Tundra, and we are going to start off with a nice, juicy 39,158 sneaky snacking. I did swap in two of our berry specialists again last night, but we'll get into that a little bit more. We're also going to grab 15 honey for our stamp card, which is going to help with the plan that we have today since we are on desserts that are using a honey this week. So that will help with our swapping in and out, hopefully give us a little bit more leeway to be able to operate. And we're also going to grab 100 sleep points, and that puts us at 2,322 for our grand total. And then for our daily lottery, if I can stop getting ahead of the game, we will grab 50 diamonds. What is this diamond streak I'm going on? How many days in a row is that with just diamonds? Like 4, 5? Feel like I've gotten diamonds every day for almost a week now. But all right, let's jump into this sleep report, see if we got the dozing type we needed, and hopefully the delibird that we need. If not, a balanced type will be good too. I'll take a balanced. That would be fine. Dozing is better because the higher the rank we get, the more likelihood of finding a delibird. But I don't know. I didn't run the calculation on balanced, but let's see. Definitely not dozing this time. We got a big chunk of slumbering. That might be enough. No, it is balanced. Okay. Well, sometimes you just know, I guess. Anyway, with a balanced sleep type, we should have a pretty decent amount of drowsy power. We did get almost to ultra last night. 24.8, almost 24.8 million. So we're very close. We do have the 6 spawns, not quite the 8 yet, but we're doing pretty good for only the second sleep research of the week. That's a lot better than what we normally do here on Snowdrop Tundra. So I will take that. We already got a Riolu, Cubone, Raticate, what else? Altaria, Psyduck, and a Wobbuffet. So it looks like nothing new today. I almost used my Raticate incense that I have in my bag last night just for getting something, but something's telling me to hold on to them until we need to use a certain number of incense for a mission. All right, nobody's hungry either. That's not good. Honestly, out of everybody here, maybe Cubone is probably the best choice for me to try to catch. I think I fed a hungry Raticate at one point, just one biscuit to see if it went critical. Yeah, probably just gonna feed the Cubone, and whether we take it home or not, that's gonna be it. Because the Cubone would be nice, but it's not super necessary. It's not a very high priority. Everything else, not really that worried about. I have a really good Psyduck already. Wobbuffet is not super helpful, and I have a decent one. Riolu, kind of the same story. Altaria, I have 3 very good Swablu, and Raticate, I have a pretty decent one, but it's also not something I'm super excited to catch. So yeah, unfortunately, another day. I feel like we've done this a lot in this past few days where there's just not anything really showing up and nothing worth catching. So unfortunately, not going to take anything home with us today. I did say yesterday if I saw Psyduck again, I was going to send it out for the people that wanted that candy, that are planning to use Golduck in their Suicune research. So we'll send that out today. And go ahead and just wrap up that sleep report there. 1,200 research XP. I'm kind of surprised it's that high. With 2,316 dream shards, I'll take it. Did the game crash? No. Thought we were about to have a bad time. But so far, not really a lot going on. Let's go ahead and check. I do believe, yes, we have new news. Water type week bundles announced today. That's a lot of incense and some water type candy. Let's see what this really is. Water type week bundles volume 1, small, medium, and large will be available beginning August 19th, 2024 at 1 a.m. We've prepared some bundles of items that can help you befriend water-type Pokemon. Between them, these bundles include Totodile Incense, Wooper Incense, and Quaxley Incense. You can use this incense during the event in the various areas where these Pokemon appear to encounter water-type Pokemon. Bundle Medium includes Eevee Incense and a Water Stone, which is good if you want to get a Vaporeon, so that's not bad. And then also Bundle Large includes a Wooper Incense. We recommend it for researchers who want to befriend the newly appearing Wooper, which is just not going to make sense because we're probably going to see a bunch of them anyway. I don't see the point in paying that much money for a large bundle to get an incense. Like, that's not the draw for the large bundle. We're gonna see a bunch of them anyway. All right, so the availability period will be August 19th to August 26th. Bundle small is 250 diamonds, of course, with 5 Poke Biscuits and a Totodile incense. That one's actually pretty interesting to me because we still don't have a good Totodile, and it comes with some biscuits, so not bad. Water type, volume 1 medium, 600 diamonds for 10 Poke Biscuits. I don't know why. My brain was expecting Great Biscuits there, but we got Poke Biscuits, which is not the worst. An EV incense and a Waterstone. That's not bad. That's not bad if you still need a good EV candidate for Vaporeon and the Waterstone to go with it. Waterstones only cost, I believe, 1,400 sleep points, so not that hard to get. And I also think we get a free one through the metal system, if I remember correctly. I believe there's a free one somewhere. So if you need it, it could be a good deal. 600 diamonds is not that bad of a price for 10 Poke Biscuits. That's not bad. And a Waterstone. That's not a bad buy. I don't mind that one at all. But then the big boy, 1,500 diamonds, which I believe is somewhere around $50. You get 8 Great Biscuits, a Squirtle, Wooper, and Quaxley incense, so 3 incense, and then 10 small water type handy candies, so it's 40 candies for whatever water type you want, and 6 small dream clusters to help power them up with that water type candy. That's not bad. Again, not the biggest fan of these large bundles. I feel like if you're spending that much money, you should get a lot more benefit out of them. Especially, you know, I think the big change, if they made incense to where the Pokemon showed up guaranteed hungry, maybe incense would be a little more valuable in my opinion. But I really don't like that you could spend an incense and potentially not catch the Pokemon because they get full before you finish feeding them. Not the biggest fan of that. So incense, to me, they're cool to get the guaranteed spawn you want, but not super enticing like I believe Select Button thinks they are. Overall, not the worst bundle I've seen for 1,500 diamonds, but still not something that's really attractive to me. The small bundle, once again, one of the better bundles in my opinion because it is easier for people to buy with only 250 diamonds, and 5 biscuits is pretty valuable, and a Totodile incense. Totodile, as far as I'm aware, the best water berry gatherer in the game is a Feraligatr, so that's pretty good. And you can buy 3 of them. So, you know, 750 diamonds, you get 3 chances at a good Totodile if you need it, and 15 biscuits. And then 600 diamonds, you get 10 biscuits, Eevee incense, and a Waterstone. I feel like nobody's really hurting for an Eevee, though, for the most part. The big draw there is the biscuits and the Waterstone, which, for what it is not bad. But if you can spare 150 more diamonds, you know, if all you're after is the biscuits, you're not worried about the Eevee incense or the Waterstone, grabbing 3 of the small bundles, probably the way to go. All in all, the bundles aren't that bad. Small and medium are definitely the better attractions in my opinion. The large bundle, I'm gonna stay away from it. Even if I had the diamonds, I probably wouldn't buy them. I feel like there's just a better use of diamonds rather than these large bundles, but that's just me. Everybody's different. All in all, like I said, not bad. Let me know what you think about them in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. We all know what an incense does at this point. And yeah, that's all the rest of the news is just talking about how the incense works. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's check these community reports. Hopefully we can get something good. 40 reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that doubled up. Very good. Very good indeed. Looks like no level ups today though. We are getting close with some people. All right, another 574 sneaky snacking. Let's go ahead and grab this double trigger. I feel like the big thing that I noticed in the last few days is this double trigger banking with the skill specialist has been a huge improvement to the overall number of skill triggers that I get with Gardevoir per day. I think it is a very, very good change for skill specialists. It makes them feel more effective. Especially with when you're running a healer. It is what has allowed me to really run this strategy of changing out my berry specialist with my ingredient specialist throughout the day. So, or not throughout the day, but at the end of the day and then in the morning. So to me, huge benefit. Actually, before I swap Venusaur back in, let's see how we're doing on the honey, since we just got that for our stamp card this morning. We may not need Venusaur today. We may be able to leave a berry specialist in. We've got 40 and we need 16 per cook, so we've got breakfast and lunch, but we will still need some more for dinner. I think this will help us at closer to the end of the week with what Venusaur brings in throughout the week. I think this will help a little more there. We are getting to a point where I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with the apples, but still not quite where I want to be to swap out Skeledirge. So we're going to hold off on that, but we will swap Venusaur and Beware back in. So I think we'll be pretty good on that towards the end of the week. I still haven't gone through and renamed all the new Pokemon that I've leveled up and used. I've been slacking very, very hard on my box. All right, there we go. We got everybody on the team. No worries there. Probably going to end up with like 150% energy on that Eradicate and Raichu by the end of the week if we're not there already. All right, Calm Mind Fruit Salad. And let's see. Let's throw in some cocoa. That's easy to pick up. That's really easy for me to get plenty of. And an extra tasty would be nice. No dice. All right, well, we're still not doing bad. 21,924, almost 22k per cook. That's better than Lapis with what we were making last week, even though Lapis has a much higher area bonus than Snowdrop for me. I think last week we had 50% area bonus with Lapis, but still our meals were only around 17 or 18,000. So 21, 22,000 is a lot better. It will add up throughout the week. And that does put us at Ultra 2, so we are making very good progress. Very good progress this week, which is what I was hoping for. We're really trying to push the ranks. We are at a pretty decent chance of seeing a Delibird if we can get the dozing type. Again, the problem is getting the dozing type, so we'll just have to see how it goes as I sleep throughout the week. As of right now, we are going to pick up 3 small handy candies for giving Snorlax a lot of his favorite berries, which is going to be very easy to do. Trying to think at what point I feel comfortable swapping out Skeledirge. The problem is that's a lot of apples that we need per day, and I think Skeledirge is just barely bringing in what we need each day, so I don't really feel comfortable just yet swapping them out. If I can get to around 50 honey today, I think I'd be in a good spot to swap out Venusaur early instead of right before I go to bed. Corn, we're getting very close to that point as well. See, 48 would be 4 meals worth. If we could get to 60 there, which shouldn't be too hard, I think I'd feel pretty comfortable swapping out Beware early and maybe getting a little bit of an extra amount of time with the berry specialist to hopefully get a nice little buff. And if we can do that throughout the rest of the week, we are only on Wednesday, so we have 5 days that we could do that. And if I could get enough ingredients for everything on Sunday, then we really don't even have to worry about keeping the ingredient specialist on the team for Sunday. For Sunday, we could try for green grass salad on Sunday. That wouldn't be the worst idea, since we'll have the natural pot expansion. We would have to... Beware would need to be on the team. Tomatoes wouldn't take long. I could probably swap out... Maybe that's what I could do. On the days where I get comfortable with honey and corn early, swap in the other Venusaur that we have and Victory Bell to try to get those extra tomatoes and potatoes just to stock up for Sunday, because we won't need much. For potatoes especially, we only need 27. Victory Bell could probably pull that in one full inventory, so that should be pretty easy. And then tomatoes, we need, what is that, 42? So we're already halfway there. That won't take very long either. So, and on top of that, the other Venusaur will still bring in a little bit of honey, so it'll kind of help in both areas. Plus Victory Bell will bring in some tomatoes as well. It could be a pretty good idea to do that. and then continue running the berry specialist overnight. I think that's what we're gonna do. Try to do the green grass salad on Sunday. We're really trying to push the ranks this week. Master 6 is the goal. You know what? No. Let's push for the stars. Let's break a new record. Let's go Master 8 is the goal. That's what we talked about yesterday. I don't remember how Master 8 came up, but let's try to hit Master 8 if we can. I know it's a long shot, but that's the goal. We're going to do what we can to get to Master 8 outside of using a good camp ticket and helper whistles, because I don't want to use those now. Helper whistles I don't even have, so I couldn't use them anyway. Good camp ticket, I feel like we should have used that at the beginning of the week if that's what we were going to do, but I also like to save those for events. So outside of doing that, we're going to try very hard to get to Master 8. That is the goal. And we're going to see if we can make it happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to be the video for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers. We've got Flight Master, Illusion, JP White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button for early access to the videos and other cool perks. Make sure to hit that description box while you're there. Join us in the Discord with the Discord link. Why are my words failing me? I've said this 100 times. Why can't I get it right today? Anyway, join us in the Discord with the link in the description box to talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.